First, the news headlines. Taken to develop GenIMS at national level, says Chief Minister N. Biren. Possible threat on national security by misuse of 5G technology needs to be reviewed, cautions Chief Minister N. Biren. And Sendra Waterfront Resort, Takmu Path at Sendra Chingkong left unattended. Hello and welcome to MAMI TV Primetime English News. This is ROMEE NINGOMBAM. Now the news in details. Chief Minister N. Biren has said state government had been putting efforts to bring up GenIMS to an institute of national level and expressed that he was impressed with the performance of the institute. He made that statement today during the inauguration of GEN's Hostel No. 3 at Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, GenIMS Porompat. Minister of Health and Family Welfare Dr. Sapam Ranjan, Minister of Public Health Engineering Minister L. Susindra Maitei attended the inaugural program. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister Biren said considerable changes could be seen in GenIMS, like the increase in ICU beds, opening of neurological surgery facilities, installation of oxygen plants, and successful kidney transplant operations, among others. Stating that the seats of MBBS course in GenIMS had been increased to 150, he said the newly inaugurated GEN's hostel would help in accommodating more students. Asserting that the state government had been putting efforts to bring up GenIMS to an institute of national level, he expressed his excitement with the performance of the institute. The institute has no facility for plastic surgery as of now. However, cases related to kidney transplant and cancer had been given priority, he said. He further informed that the government is considering opening facilities of neurological surgery 24/7 and equipment worth of around 10 crore rupees are needed to be procured. Manpower of 2 doctors is needed and DPC for the same has been conducted. However, necessary facilities will be opened one after another on priority basis, he added.
Just at least yamgi awang bata ki level ngam trabal national level the compete to we have adu hospital ma oyen no hona jabne do buji bhagi lady basi de boy I'm really impressed ki neuro ki 24/7 khangna ba operation to na ba dum ka koi madugi equipments ka ge level koi 10 crore ki darkar le the main board doctor NINGOMBAM darkar le chapri DPC to kre jaga jaga ta award par do yangai adu amukta the loina quick later financial state government pura bond bunina the am is free atani do adu na hida kani khangde ama khangne free atani na madugi tawnu khona bada kitang koi da dum ration card dilek tabna te adu bu yam tangai phada sing das neuro gi ga se atop pada sala sala wa ta bu da question ngam kidney transplant ngam sumai na ba even liver kari gi koi am kun in process le.
Chief Minister N. Biren has stressed the need for the authority concerned to be more vigilant about the possible threat on national security by misuse of 5G technology, with it having launched in the country. The Chief Minister was speaking at the inaugural session of the Capacity Building Conference on 5G held at Classic Grande, Imphal today. Top officials of Department of Telecommunication, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, TRI and Digital Infrastructure Providers Association (DIPA) attended the inaugural session. Chief Minister N. Biren continued that the Manipur is the first northeastern state and the 3rd state in the country to hold the capacity building conference after Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the 5G services in India last month. He further informed that the state is also taking up various initiatives for successful rollout of 5G services in the state. Maintaining that the state had been making great strides in all spheres of development, he added that leveraging telecom infrastructure for better governance has been an integral part of the state government's inclusive development strategy. The state government had been extending full support and cooperation for creation of digital infrastructures in Manipur. Initiatives like BharatNet are being implemented in the state to transform the rural masses by providing affordable and equitable access to the internet, he added. The Chief Minister also informed that 360 villages of the state had been included under 4G saturation project to provide 4G mobile services to uncovered villages in remote and difficult areas. Proposal is under preparation for inclusion of additional 833 uncovered villages, he stated. Chief Minister N. Biren also stressed the need for the state's youth to gain expertise in the field of IT sector so that they would cope up with the drastic advancement in the sector. The Chief Minister was also hopeful that deliberations and discussion of today's conference would help gear the state towards a smooth and quick rollout of 5G in the state.
4G gi isi hana ikoi Manipur loina sinna thungna tongna baji 4G gi part khara wali masima 4G si ma hana yohon ba loina nga si gi si 5G si nan launch to boga loina na bharat ki manung da sigi conference tawriba aduga 5G si enable oiba implement oba yana ba state wari se Norris ta ikoi na han bani aduga bharat ki oina koi na home sub state ne moi gi leiriba bylaws kari kari khara do koi samtok samdin tor kan madugi yar kan ni moina telecom gi dot ki kari mayam lai se madugi feasibility madugi atmosphere do leire logi kari gi se sang mayam do loire har kan lai ni atai state am ta loiba ngamdri masi lakpada koi na far flung area da leiriba koi la ana layang bagi hairo adagi any admission gi hairo direct benefit transfer ki hairo governance duki matik sathi nei khoi da nungai helani awana gi kari gi phauna bagi hairo ano yama phung phani na mai thamje.
Delivering his speech, Director of Department of Information Technology, Government of Manipur, N. Deben said, the conference was organized to discuss strategies to facilitate seamless rollout of 5G in Manipur. He informed that the state will have 5G services by December this year or by March 2023.
We hanadi tower mi yungaga sang namagi radiation se chatpanina hojiki 5G di yam nak la rani duga speed yam wang panina koi government side gi kai to dakar lege especially koi hosi PhD PWD adu mayam da koi mahut software municipality mi york domnina yamna matam chang dabida koi states da kamaina kana gege habidugi discussion tawna ba tawjaba conference ne aduga rollout se koi Manipur gi di December adai dagi haunin tai adubu theng abada dum koi March ki manung da dum koi Jio na hana haugudu male.
Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Special Secretary IT Department, Government of Manipur, P. John Langtin Kumar, Tri-Secretary V. Raghunanda, DG Deepa Tilak Rajdao, DG of Department of Telecommunication, Asutosh Sarma were among those who attended the inaugural session. The inaugural session was followed by 2 technical sessions and a briefing session. Sendra Waterfront Resort Takmupat, located at Sendra Chingkong, which was inaugurated on June 30, 2017, has been left unattended. As per a report from our Bishnupur correspondent James Haisnam, the Sendra Waterfront Resort, constructed at a cost of over 5 crore rupees by Tourism Department, Government of Manipur, under the Ministry of Tourism, was a tourist attraction during the Sangay Festival 2017. The Beamlight Festival, as part of Sangay Festival 2017 at the resort, enthralled the tourists and festival goers. However, the resort now were a deserted look because of the failure of the authority concerned to maintain the tourist resort. The structures of the resort are overgrown with bushes and shrubs. 6 Lakeview cottages of the resort, reception cum administrative block, security and driver room, restaurant, projector-equipped conference hall are all in non-operational condition. Air-conditioned electric bulbs, ceiling fans, window panes, etc. installed in 6 Lakeview cottages have all been stolen. The future of the structure of the resort itself remains uncertain. People from all quarters have opined that the Sendra Waterfront Resort will help in generating revenue from the tourists if the resort is repaired before the Sangay Festival 2022. It may be mentioned that the Sendra Waterfront Resort was inaugurated on June 30, 2017 by Chief Minister N. Biren. the then National General of BJP Ram Mandav and ex-PWD Minister T.H. Biswajit. According to the report of MAMI TV's Bisnupur correspondent James Haisnam, there has been no sign of maintenance of the resort by the authority concerned since the day it was inaugurated. Chief Minister N. Biren launched a month-long statewide professional tax enrollment drive at the Chief Minister's Secretariat on Wednesday. The enrollment drive commences from November 9 and will continue till December 9, 2022. Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Commissioner of Taxes Mersina R. Panmai, and officials of the Taxation Department attended the program. The launching program was also attended by officials of district administration of different districts, autonomous district councils, urban local bodies, and other concerned officials, among others, through video conferencing. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister Biren appreciated the officials for their coordination and hard work towards smooth running of the government. It was through the joint efforts of the officials that the state had been able to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic, he said. Maintaining that the state had been marching ahead towards development, he continued that diplomats from different foreign countries had shown their interest to visit the state, which is a sign of development. He also stressed the need for mobilization of funds and resources for the state's further development. He informed that the state takes assistance from the central government for infrastructure development works. However, the state has not been able to provide its share for funding the same due to less revenue generation. As such, the state needs to enhance its revenue generations, he added, informing that the amount of revenue generated from professional tax is around 30 crore rupees annually. The Chief Minister appealed to the Deputy Commissioners to constitute dedicated teams to assist and facilitate the enrollment drive. Such efforts could increase the revenue generation from the professional tax to double the amount generated earlier. He also appealed to the officials to put joint efforts to make the enrollment drive a success and achieve the target.
How puthokpa leite, gas puthokpa leite, industry achouba leite, karai dagino koina income revenue laga na koina state share puthoka na koina mapan dagi paisa logdo ise. We are facing lot of difficulties. Aduna infrastructure kari samkat na ba tauna bokhano matamda. Yeah, we are getting help from the center, but even though we have to equally take up the share of state, aduna hari basing si kupna yengaga state ki revenue se tangai fadana primary mandatory oina enhance to hundaba yadaban. To adu eragadi ekoi tauriba development ki project mayam se ekoi khado su mateng pangani aduna DC singda. It is my earnest appeal to all of you. Please select one dedicated teams of each district, and during this 1 month drive, I think is wished by the concerned commissioner, we can achieve. Adu sumaita rogadi ekoi state ki development da ekoi na awana mateng pangningi ba khoningi ba help tongningi ba mayam se amoina phajina to bong amne na khali aduna koi am seriously koi jointly kona minasi haidai no koi mayam lai haidi.
It may be mentioned that the enrollment drive will cover all kinds of professions, establish trade, and employment of all individuals who earn a living through any medium. The professional tax is derived from Article 276 of the Constitution of India, which empowers the state government to levy professional tax on professions, trades, callings, and employment with a maximum cap of 2,500 rupees annually. During the program, a new application developed by National Informatics Center to facilitate online enrollment was also rolled out. President of Shiv Sena Manipur State, M. Tombi, has said, in addition to celebrating Sangai Festival, it is important to take up steps to save Sangai, which is not found anywhere in the world. Addressing media at a press conference held today at Shiv Sena Manipur State Office, Babupara, M. Tombi said, the main objective of the festival should be to promote the rich heritage of the state. As such, one must try to maintain the discipline passed on by their forefathers. He assured that Shiv Sena will extend help to the preparation work for the Sangai Festival. For peaceful coexistence at different indigenous communities of the state, it is important for Meitei to be included in the scheduled tribe list, he further said. If not, the future generation will have uncertain future, he maintained. On the other hand, the killing of Shiv Sena leader Sudhir Suri in Punjab's Amritsar has no connection with Uddhav Thackeray and Eknath Shinde. He was a Hindu fanatic who worked under Shiv Sena Taksali, Tombi added.
I si punna hingsi I khungun mutkum se hype targade ning ba mana ning ba shodi ning ba adu I scheduled tribe owner na ba hona bada MLAs amadi minister saying tongan ba organization singna I punna khusam na raga scheduled tribe all ho bagi tanja si low dragadi masi matam kharagi tungda I tungna am ningam maktabala ko ai maram maduna I scheduled tribes scheduled tribes si all ga shu mana pamba Shorning with the Kasho Kabilate, Maramadana, I scheduled tribes, she all hope dragadi, I go to Mirolda, I go my own Ragania.
A team of Hangang police arrested a non-Manipuri living in the state without any inner line permit, that is ILP, for almost a decade and had even married a local. The person has been identified as Rehan Khan Muhammad, age 45, from Telangana. According to police report, the police team arrested him during an ILP drive last evening around 7:30. He had been staying in Manipur for the past 9 years and even married a Muslim woman of Kairang Chingya. As per the law, Rehan will be sent back to his state, the reports added. Meanwhile, Hangang Police Station arrested a self-proclaimed state president of Anti-Corruption Foundation of India, ACF. The arrested person has been identified as Mohammad Mansoor Alam of Kairang Laikai. According to police report, he was arrested last evening around 5:30. He was handed over to Hangang Police Station for further legal action. Manipur's Maisnam Mairaba Luwang has become Badminton World Federation BWF World Rank number 64. The new ranking was announced after he participated in BWF Vietnam Open 2022 International Badminton Super Series 100 and BWF Indonesia Master 2022 International Badminton Super Series 100. With this new achievement, Mairaba's venture is to qualify in the 2024 Olympics. He is further looking forward to representing India in the upcoming BWF Bahrain International Challenge 2022 to be held from November 29 to December 4, 2022 in Manama, Bahrain, and Yonex Sunrise Bangladesh International Challenge 2022 from December 7 to 11 December 2022 in Dhaka, Bangladesh under BWF Badminton Asia Confederation. Mairaba is already selected for target Olympic podium scheme up to 2028 Olympic and is the only men's single athlete who has been selected from the Northeast region of India under the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports and SAI. Let's take a short commercial break.
Welcome you all to UNACO School Channel Imphal East, an exclusive co-educational residential school located on a sprawling 50 acres campus just 24 kilometers away from Imphal city. The school will be affiliated to CBSE New Delhi. Academic session will begin on 1st April 2023 for classes 4 to 8. Registration come admission open for 2023 and 24 session.
Dr. Helena Optometric College.
Welcome back after the break. Now for the national news. The Bharatiya Janata Party today released the first list of 160 candidates for the 182-member Gujarat Assembly elections. The party fielded Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel from his constituency, Ghatlodiya, and dropped a number of sitting MLAs. The party named its candidates for 84 of the 89 seats, which will go to the polls in the first phase on December 1, and 76 of 93 candidates going to the polls in the second phase on December 5. The list includes 14 women and 13 and 24 members from the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes respectively. Former MLA Kantilal Amrutia, who reportedly jumped into a river to save lives after the bridge collapse tragedy in Morbi, has also been fielded. President Draupadi Murmu today walked 2 kilometers in Odisha's Puri to reach Jagannath Temple to offer prayers. He is on a maiden 2-day state visit after assuming the high office in July. Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan accompanied the president to the temple. This is Murmu's first visit to the state after becoming the president in July. The state government has already declared a half-day holiday for all offices, schools and colleges in the state capital region on the occasion of Murmu's visit. Elaborate security arrangements have also been made in Puri and Bhubaneswar for the president's tour. Congress has released the names of all its 68 candidates who will be contesting in the 2022 Himachal Pradesh Assembly elections scheduled to take place on Saturday, November 12. The counting of votes will take place on December 8. Elections in Himachal Pradesh are significant as in the last 50 years, no ruling party has returned to power in Himachal Pradesh. There have been 11 assembly elections since 1972 and each time the ruling party has been defeated. Himachal Pradesh is a swing state that has been changing the incumbent party from power between the BJP and Congress for the last 3 decades. The state has been witnessing a direct fight between the BJP and Congress. Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today said the gap between internal and external security was getting narrower and new dimensions of the security threats are emerging that are becoming increasingly difficult to classify. Addressing the convocation of the National Defence College in Delhi, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh expresses concern over what he termed non-kinetic and non-contact warfare. Singh noted that the energy sector is one of the main targets of cyber attacks along with transport, public sector services, telecommunications and critical manufacturing industries. Talking about fake news through social media, Singh said that there is no account of how much fake news and hate material is likely to be brought to society through social media platforms. India recorded a total of 1,016 new COVID-19 cases with 3 deaths in the last 24 hours, taking the total tally of COVID-19 cases to 4.46 crore, while the active cases dipped to 13,187 according to the data updated by Union Health Ministry. The death count, however, climbed to 5.3 lakh with the new fatalities. The active cases comprised 0.03% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate increased to 98.78%. A decrease of 372 cases has also been recorded in the active COVID-19 case count in a span of 24 hours. Meanwhile, the number of people who have recuperated from the disease surged to 4.41 crore, while the case fatality rate was recorded at 1.19%. On the other hand, 219.76 crore doses of COVID vaccine have been administered in the country under the nationwide vaccination drive. Now for the international news, 8 Indians were among 10 people who were confirmed dead early this morning when a fire broke out in the garage below a cramped living quarters that housed foreign workers in the Maldivian capital, an Indian High Commission official said. The fire broke out in the M. Nirufehi area near the Mavio Mosque around 12:30 am, according to the report. In a tweet earlier, the Indian High Commission condemned the tragic fire incident in Mail, which has caused loss of lives, including reportedly of Indian nationals. The garage is located on the ground floor, while the first floor housed migrant workers. Russian President Vladimir Putin will not attend the Group of 20 summit in Indonesia next week, avoiding a possible confrontation with the United States and its allies over his war in Ukraine, an Indonesian government official said today. US President Joe Biden, Chinese President Xi Jinping, and other world leaders are to attend the 2-day summit in Bali that starts November 15. The summit was to have been the first time Biden and Putin would have been together at the gathering since Russia invaded Ukraine in February. Luhut Binsar Panjaitan, the chief of support for G20 events, told reporters in Denpasar that Russia's foreign minister Sergei Lavrov will lead the Russian delegation. Biden had ruled out meeting with Putin if he had attended the summit and said the only conversation he could have possibly had with the Russian leader would be to discuss a deal to free Americans imprisoned in Russia. Biden administration officials said they had been coordinating with global counterparts to isolate Putin if he had decided to participate either in person or virtually. Imran Khan has said that his relations with Pakistan's Army Chief General Qamar Jav Bajwa nosedived after differences arose over the appointment of the Punjab Province Chief Minister, a media report said today. The 70-year-old former cricketer turned politician, who is recovering from injuries sustained during an assassination bid last week, has announced resumption of the Long March on Tuesday, but later his party, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, changed their decision and rescheduled it. When asked when it all began to go wrong between him and Pakistan's powerful army, Khan said his government's failure to convict those whom he alleged of corruption was the first sign. The second, he said, was the choice of Punjab Chief Minister. And before we wind up, the headlines once again. Steps taken up to develop JNIMS at national level, says Chief Minister N. Biren. Possible threat on national security by misuse of 5G technology needs to be reviewed, cautions Chief Minister N. Biren. A waterfront resort, Tak Mupad at Sendra Chingkong, left unattended. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for MAMI TV English News. Thank you for tuning in.